I'm feeling all right. I've got a house full of sickies right now. Jill's on the upper end of it, and my partner just got it. And I'm starting to feel it a little myself, so I hope you guys are all healthy and feeling good today. Speaking about healthy, this is my 10 self-care suggestions for you that are free and easy and not too much time consuming. You can take up whatever time you want. Self-care is so very important. The best example that I have for you on self-care is, I'm going to invite some people real quick. I'm here. I'm just inviting people. Okay, here we are. All right, so 10 self-care suggestions. Plain and simple. I put these together last night, and really I was thinking I wanted to share what we used to do at one of my jobs. So we had, I was an advocate, so I had a caseload. It was very stressful. And we had to wear self-care badges. Like, we had to write down 5 things that we were going to do in a very triggering or, heightened situation. And we would have to look at our cards. We were wearing them around our neck. And we would pick one of our self-care things we had written down. And we would go do that immediately. And so that's also a good idea, is to write down some of your self-care things, or your how to care for yourself in the moment if something's happening. Put it on a lanyard or in your wallet, whatever, because sometimes when you're really heightened, you can't think of something to do to help yourself. This is more around, self-love, maintaining, taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind. I know, like I said in the title, self-care, 10 self-care suggestions, even if you're busy, even if you're broke, even if you don't have time, even if you're not motivated, even if you don't love yourself enough, even if anything, try some of these. And I promise you, it's going to make a difference. Maybe a small difference, maybe a huge difference. Maybe it'll start a new habit for you. But taking a little bit of time for self-care is so fucking necessary. And if you have any self-care regimens or things that you do, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So I did write, some of these may sound elementary, but please trust me and start working, even if you're doing 1 a week, adding it to 2 a week, adding it to once a day, whatever you can do, get that time in. And you'll see how simple these are. And again, you can make your own list, you can use mine, but just trust me. So simple, yet quite complicated if you really break it down, and we are going to break it down. So, the first one, for me, is getting up before my daughter and my partner in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I get up 2-3 hours before them. And the house is quiet and dark and calm. And just the energy, just the energy from it being calm and quiet all night. And that's when I will do a morning meditation, get myself, kind of woke up and connected and all the things. But it's also, after I do my meditation and other things, I do some of my work, so that when my daughter's up, that part of the day is gone. So that's self-care 2 ways. I'm making more time for my daughter, and I just bought myself 2 to 3 hours alone, which for a lot of us, alone time is really necessary, especially if you stay home or work from home. You need to put yourself first. so that your mind can be clear and you can do the things you're wanting to do. So getting up before everyone. And I always wake up with gratitude. That is my first thing, gratitude. I wake up and I start thinking immediately what I have gratitude for. Because it's really easy to wake up and be like, oh shit, that my back hurts. Oh, I don't want to get up, it's freezing or whatever. But if you wake up and before you even get out of bed, you have gratitude. I'm so thankful that I woke up today. I'm so thankful that it's early and I'm going to have time to myself to meditate and just gratitude. That's a really big part of that. But that whole thing, number one, is getting up before your kids, before your partner, and having the morning, having a cup of coffee, going sitting outside, whatever it is. Just time to yourself before the day starts. Always is such a big self-care thing for me. My days are better. My mind is more clear if I get up and spend that time alone. Number two. So this was one of my safety plans for at work. It was to go on a walk if things were heightened or if I just needed to. With this one, if you're a female, or actually if you're a male, female, anyone, you got to just be sure that you're safe. And this one could be more stressful than helpful, so you just got to weigh it out, what's best for you. But like for me, I live on a lot of acres, so I can go walk around my property safely, alone. And when I do, I'm actually in that moment. That's the most important part about taking a walk. Literally noticing everything around you. Don't bring your phone. Bring it if there's an emergency. Put it in your pocket. No social media. Walk around, look at the sky, look at the clouds, look at the trees. If you can, go barefoot. Add in some bonus points and earth while you're doing it. Get some charging from the earth. But that was always one that helped me, is just taking off, like not staying in the situation, just taking off. And even if there isn't a situation, this is just self-care. So when you are having your self-care time, if taking a walk is one of them, make sure you know how long you want to be gone, where you want to go, where it's safe, what you might need to bring to be safe. Just take all those things into account. But going on a walk alone and actually being in the moment can clear your mind like a motherfucker, like nothing else. Just being outside in that fresh air, it's really, really helpful to me. Number three. No more excuses on this one, and I'm talking to myself quite a bit here. Make a coffee date with a friend and stick with it and go. With your mom, with your dad, with your best friend, with a buddy, with your sister, your brother, someone that we all get stuck in our days. Oh, I'm too busy, or I have social anxiety, or da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and we have excuses for every reason for not doing self-care. But I got to go out of town the other day and meet up with some friends alone. It was just me and some girlfriends that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I tell you what, I came back feeling like a different person. A complete different person. Just visiting with my friends. Just laughing and visiting with my friends. So that's number three. Whether it's a coffee date or inviting someone over or meeting somewhere, even if it's a 20-minute lunch break, visit and laugh, cry, whatever, with a friend or family member. In person, not over social media, in person. It really lightened it just was amazing. I felt so good actually getting out and meeting with friends. And I have been an isolator. So when I do it, I'm nervous, but when I'm done, I'm so excited and thankful that I did. Number 4. So number 4, go outside, take off your shoes, and plant your feet in the cool, soft earth. And thank the earth for recharging your cells and sit with good posture, which I'm not doing. Sit with good posture. Feel the air on your face. Keep your eyes closed. Intend. Have gratitude. And just feel. With your bare feet just in the ground. That's it. It doesn't have to be, if you want to do earthing, you need to do like 30 minutes a day for something. But this is just like self-care. This is taking 5 minutes to ground yourself, taking your shoes off, putting them in the dirt, mud, whatever feels good. Squishing your toes around, sand. Breathing in fresh air. Just sitting outside with yourself and nothing else but the thoughts that come up from the feelings, from the environment that you created for yourself for self-care. Number 5. This one is funny coming from me, but I did put binge on Netflix or something for a night. Something lighthearted, heartwarming, a series, whatever, get cozy, and enjoy smiling and the feelings of happiness that you get when you watch something like that. Relax, get all cuddled up and cozy. And I don't do that often because I'm, working on my spirituality. I'm going through my awakening journey and all of that. So TV has actually never been a priority in my life, and it's even less now. But sometimes it's just nice to be human and sit down, lay on your bed, cuddle with your partner, cuddle with your cat, and just watch something down to earth and let go of all of the things you're trying to do. If you're on an awakening journey, once a week in the evening, let go of all of the shadow work, all of the things, and let yourself be human for a minute. That is important. And I didn't know that until this week. I always thought it's a waste of time, but it's not. It's we're having a human experience, so we need to experience that, right? If we're energy and light beings having a human experience, but all we're focused on is enlightenment and how to get there and change our vibration and all the things, we're not even having a human experience. We are, but you know what I'm saying? You want to have good human experiences. So that was one of my self-care things, is just snuggling up in bed and watching my favorite, probably Adventure Time or Rick and Morty, and just chilling out. Nothing on my mind that I got to do. Okay, so we're going to come back to number 6. Remind me. So number 7, get rid of your judgment. This is just a basic, you don't have to do action thing, but for your own self-care, if you can manage to get rid of all your judgment, your whole life will literally change. I'm going to make that big statement. But you have to first understand what judgment is. Judgment comes in so many different forms that we don't even realize. But if you get rid of that, you're going to be a different person. So I'm going to leave that at that. But try to get rid of all judgment. I would even write it in the comments, write it on a piece of paper. All judgment. And I'm going to do one on judgment and what it really is, because it's a really important topic. And we'll do that coming up soon. But we got to stay on track. So, get rid of all judgment. So number 8, randomly do a kind act for someone. And for me, I choose to do this for houseless humans and, people that are living on the streets, coping with drugs or, whatever, self-harm, hatred, all the things that they feel. Ask them how their day is. Don't just divert your eyes in the other direction so you don't make eye contact. They're humans. And I've been homeless. And mine was by choice. But many, so many people that are houseless, it's not by choice. They might have been born into it. You know, they might have been through a divorce and lost everything. We have no idea. But people seem to group houseless people all into one category. And that's not right. So if you just want to dip your toes in the water, you know, and even if you want to be in your car, roll down your window, you know, ask someone sitting on the street corner, you know, how are you today? You know, you look really pretty. You know, anything, any kind of small talk, any kind of compliment, you're going to see in their eyes what you just did for them. You treated them like a human being, and that's not common for them in their daily lives. So that is also self-care for yourself, caring for others. You know, and again, this is free. I'm not saying give them money. I'm not saying anything, but if you want to do it. You know, my daughter Holly and I, we used to take this houseless person that lived across the street just a cup of hot coffee every morning. You know, that was nothing. Like, I was already making coffee in my coffee maker. We just poured her a cup and brought it to her every morning. You know, things like that. That is such intense self-care. And that's what I mean about simple but not simple. I always need water and I don't have it. Maybe I do. A little tiny bit. They can be as simple as you want them to be in your mind, but if you want to think on it and you know, figure it all out, doing something like speaking with, having a conversation with someone who normally you would turn your head away from, see what they're up to. You know, ask them what they're up to. Ask them what they're going to do today. Ask them, you know, what happened. You know, telling their story to someone, can you imagine how good that would feel? You know, you're treated like you have leprosy all the time, and then you've got this person walking up to you just literally wanting to visit and to know a little bit about their lives. Share some of your stuff with them. That's a huge one for me. And that one might be bigger for you guys, but if you can build up to doing something like this, it is so rewarding and it is so beautiful. It's just a really beautiful experience. And you'll be able to be proud of yourself too. You know, feeling good about your character is such amazing self-care. And when you do something like that, you can't not feel good about your character. You got to go into it with no judgment. And I bet you'll be surprised at what you hear. Some of their stories, you know, they'll bring you to your knees. And before you heard that story, you were judging like a motherfucker. So, reaching out to someone in a safe way, just to visit, just to treat someone like a human. And then number 9. I know you hear this everywhere, all the time. But positive affirmations. You wouldn't hear it everywhere. You wouldn't see it everywhere if it didn't work. It works. And if you have kids, have them start doing it now. You know, at whatever age. My daughter does it. My partner does it. Positive affirmations. You know, that's what? Seconds in the mirror? Not even in the mirror. If you're in the car, whatever. You know, I love you, Missy. I'm proud of you, Missy. I'm proud of your growth. I see you. I know your intentions. I'm so proud of you for how hard you're trying. You know, all the things. Just talk yourself up. Because if you don't believe it now, you'll start believing it once you do. And that's the point of positive affirmations. You go through the motions, and then you believe it. And then you've got the law of attraction. You've got all these things going on just because of positive affirmations that changed the way your mentality. Number 10. Moms with kids, parents with kids, put your phone down for whatever amount of time you choose per day with your kids, or if you don't have kids, with your partner. Undivided attention for 45 minutes, 2 hours, 1 hour, half hour, whatever you have. Put your phone away, turn it off. Don't let your child or your partner or whoever you're doing this for and with see a phone in your hand. Let them see you as a human, not staring into the phone. You know, my 7-year-old told me a couple days ago she didn't even want a cell phone anymore because she didn't want to have it in her hand like I do every day. Every minute of every day. And that really sucked to hear, but it was also a very good lesson. So I added that into my self-care regimen, is not bringing my phone into her bedroom when I go in there. If I'm going in there to have a one-on-one, looking at her, playing with her, not having to have her say, look, mom, hold on, I'm finishing this text. No bullshit. Put your phone away and spend time with the person you love, your child, your partner, whoever it is, without social media or any distractions. Look them in the eye. Show them you're listening and you care. Like, that is also when you walk away from just feeling so good and so proud of yourself. And as sad as it is that you have to be proud of yourself for putting your phone down, that's the world we live in. It really is. So I put number 11 question mark, but really just stepping outside. You know, sometimes just changing your environment is major self-care. Literally going into another room. Major self-care. The one that I wanted to come back to was this is for people that have someone in their life that they love. It can be a relationship like boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Or it can be a friendship or, whatever. But learn your partner, your child, your mom's, your best friend's love language. Learn their love language. And this is the thing to do every day. You figure out that. And then once you figured out what their love language is, tell them what yours is and do that for each other. Spend a little bit of time giving your loved one something in their love language, and then receive your own love language from this person as well. And if you don't know what the 5 love languages are, they are, number 1, acts of service. So doing things for someone, cleaning up the dishes for someone if they weren't expecting you to, something like that. Doing acts of service. And a lot of people, that is their love language. Another one is receiving gifts. That's, that makes everyone feel good, but it's not my love language. But some people, it really is. People who haven't had a lot in their lives, receiving a gift from someone, I could see how that could be a love language. Quality time is a love language. So some people who just want time with you, just want quality time with you, that's their love language. So the way you give that is putting your phone down, spending that quality time. Another one is words of affirmation. So telling that person, how amazing they are, how much you love them. Tell them good things about themselves. So you do positive affirmations for someone else. And so that is, so if that was if that was my love language, then what I would need to feel loved by my partner is him telling me positive affirmations like I tell myself. And then the last one is physical touch. A lot of people's love language is being touched in a kind and gentle way. And you can have more than one love language, but most people have one or two that are really, standing out. But there's tests online that you can take for free to find out what is your love language. But that's a fun one, and we might even do another video on love languages too. But that is another thing you're going to walk away from. Do you see that all of these, they're all so very different, but all of them you're going to walk away from and you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel proud. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel refreshed. And some of these might be 15 minutes long. Some of them might be 5 minutes long. But all 10 of these self-care suggestions really don't take a lot, but they mentally recharge you, and it's just so important, for me, for you, for everybody. We all go through so much. I'm raising my 7-year-old with my partner. We're trying to get our house put together because we moved in and joined all of our things, and just taking care of yourself mentally, physically, all the things. It's just how you grow. It's how you build. It's how you learn to be who you are. And feeling good about yourself, being proud of yourself, feeling fulfilled, and because you gave time to someone, a conversation to someone who may not have had one in years. Truly. They're all going to make you just feel amazing. So, 1 second. Hey, Jill, can I get you to quit doing that, baby? No, I'm online, please. Jill, hey, Jill. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm back. I had to go talk to my baby for a minute. So I'm going to go down them one more time. So, number 1, get up before everyone else in the house. That one's one of my most important. Number 2, take a walk, a safe walk. Number 3, make a coffee date or some kind of a get-together with a friend or a family member and visit. And really actually go, don't cancel. Number 4, take off your shoes, put your feet in the soft earth with gratitude. Thank her for regenerating your cells. Sit with good posture and just be. Feel the air on your face. Just be. Number 5, allow yourself to be human, especially if you're on a hardcore awakening journey. Allow yourself a night of watching Adventure Time, Rick and Morty, whatever your get down is on TV. I watch the same shows. I don't watch anything with surprises or anything that's going to be traumatic. Just pick a feel-good show and let go of all of the shadow work and all of the things for an evening. 1 evening a week. We're trying to have a human experience, so let yourself have it. And let yourself let go of how hard you're trying to learn to manifest, how hard you're learning the law of attraction, all the things. Be a human for a night. Snuggle up with your partner and watch a happy, feel-good show. Number 6 is finding your love language. So look that up online to figure out which one yours is if you don't know. And if you don't have someone to do this with, do it for yourself. Receiving gifts. If that's your love language, go buy yourself something. Treat yourself. Quality time, to me, if you're doing that alone, that's just being intentionally alone with positive and gratitude on your mind. You can even do physical touch. It feels good to rub your shoulders. They're tense, they're tight. There's nothing wrong with that. We have this thought around that it's like weird, but this is my body, this is my universe inside here. I want to love it. I want to take care of it, and I want it to feel appreciated. This body shouldn't be alive. It's carried me through a lot of shit. So love yourself. So that's on the love languages. 7, get rid of all judgment. And again, we're going to do an entire video on this. But if you can write down on a piece of paper, get rid of all judgment, and then start tearing down, like, what could that look like? What could that mean? You're going to have your eyes opened wide after you do that. Like, wide. Because the word judgment isn't even close to what the depth of it really is. So if you write, get rid of all judgment on a piece of paper, and then every time you notice someone judging or you notice yourself judging, write it down so you can see how you can judge without even knowing you're judging. It's like so easy to do. It's so just normal and natural for us to judge, which makes me sick. But we're going to do that. We're going to work on that. I'm going to make a video. Number 8, really do a kind act for someone. My example was having a conversation with someone that doesn't usually get to visit with people. Someone that is houseless, ask them how their day is, ask them, their story. They so enjoy being treated like humans, and if you think about that statement, how fucking sad. So, sorry, self-care. That's number 8. Do a random act of kindness to someone who is maybe houseless or really down or whatever it may be. And when you see the look in their eyes, there's your self-care. And so much more. Number 9, positive affirmation, obvious fuckingly. Number 10, put your phone down. Put your phone down and spend time with your kids, 1-on-1, 1-on-3, however many you have, whatever. No phone in sight. Look them in the eye. Don't make them say, Mom, look, Mom, look, Mom, look, Mom, look 20 times because you're finishing reading or writing a text. Set the intention, and you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. You're going to feel so positive. As simple as that sounds, we all know it's not. We all have our phones in our hand 24/7. Put it down. Spend time with your kiddos without it. And then my added number 11, be outside. Just be outside. Sun in the face, wind in the face, whatever it is. Just be outside or change your environment. So those were my 10 plus 1 suggestions for self-care that is free and anyone can do. And even if you can't do it exactly, you can twist it around to do it in a way you can. I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, Feloniesandpoppyseeds. And since I can't see the comments once the lives are done on here, I would love it if you would head over there once I've got it posted later this afternoon and comment what your self-care looks like. Like, what does your self-care look like? Do you have self-care? And don't forget my suggestion of writing it down. Go on a walk, meditate, do a random act of kindness, put my phone away for an hour. Write them down and have them available for when you need some time and to spend some time loving yourself, being proud of who you've grown into. I mean, holy shit, man. I think about where I come from and I'm so proud of myself, and it's hard and I'm not perfect by any means, but I've done more growing in the last 6 months than I think I have my entire life. Like, if you put those side by side, and it's because of these things. It's because of noticing the small things, taking the time, actually doing something, not putting it off, not procrastinating. This is just bettering yourself as a human. It's showing yourself love from yourself. And it's just really important. It builds who you are. You know, every day that we live, we're adding on to our character by what happens or what doesn't happen, right? So if you start doing little things for yourself, showing yourself love every day, you're building self-love, which is building yourself into who you truly are and who you're meant to be, your real self. This is such a good, easy way to start bringing that growth in. So I want to show you something real quick too. So I sold this painting a couple days ago. I've had her for 5 years maybe. It's about 4 foot by 4 foot, and I'm so stoked. I'm so grateful. I had manifested money was going to come in one way or fucking another because we've been waiting on my partner's fire pay, and I sold her. And then I also wanted to introduce you because I'm going to be doing some things. I'm going to show you this way. Let's turn the camera. So I have not just my clothing like this that we press, put the picture by painting into the fabric. I also have a clothing line on La Gallerista. I have a website, and I have my paintings made into material. My actual paintings made into material. So this one's a cute little one. It's got a little slit right here. This is a poppy flower, and then down here, part of a sunflower. And this is just a piece of one of my paintings, and it's real material. So it's the same as, I'm just going to grab this. So this is one of my dresses, and the stitching and all the things, it is such amazing quality. And this is exact like my painting. I mean exact. And then this is another one. This is just a little kind of longer sweater. It's got pockets. And this one I just used a part of a painting. So it just was a design. And I have a little sweater. So Christmas is coming. I'm going to be doing a lot of sales. And then, yeah, I just wear leggings and like my ballet shoes with this outfit. But I'll show you more. I've got a lot more. Actually, I can show you this real quick. Okay, so we do pillows. We do the tapestries. So this is a canvas pillow. This is a painting that Colette actually did, and I had made into a pillow. They're like really nice throw pillows. They have my Black Eye logo on them as a tag. Everything does, all my clothing does. And then this one, it's funny, the two I have to show you. Jill painted this. It's a unicorn. And I had it made into a pillow. This one is different material. It's more soft, silky. There's my Black Eye logo for awareness for domestic violence. So I'll put in the comments my my link to that and show you what I got, because Christmas is coming, and I do sell gift certificates for paintings, for prints, for clothing, for printed clothing, for anything I sell. Things like this. So I paint candle holders. Her little hand, she's holding up a basket of flowers. And I'm going to be selling these. On Mondays, we're going to be doing Make an Offer Monday. I'm going to pick several different originals, prints, and different items and clothing. So you have just a few to choose from, and you get to make an offer. And I get to say yes or no. But anyways, that's just kind of a side note, kind of what's coming up. I've got a lot of things planned out, and I'm really excited for what's coming. And the reason you didn't see me for over a week is I was down with grief. Like, I got that phone call about my daughter's husband, and it just really took me down. And, you know, it's been 9 months, and I've done pretty well. So at first I was really upset with myself, and then I decided, no, I'm giving myself grace. If you feel like it, tap that screen, guys. Get me some likes. Get me up there. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, so I've got a whole thing of what I'm going to do every week on YouTube. And again, my YouTube is Feloniesandpoppyseeds, just like this. No, with no spaces. Feloniesandpoppyseeds. So on Sundays, we're going to do Sunday signs. So angel signs are now going to be on Sundays. Monday, Make an Offer Monday. So that one's going to be around my art. And we'll talk about like where that piece that I have up or whatever, where it came from, where the painting came from, inside of me. Tuesday, we're going to do something around like what I just did, like self-care. So tips, Tuesday tips or something like that. Wednesdays, we're going to do guided meditations or guided visualizations. Thursdays, I hope to do chakra and spirituality videos, alignment, you know, those kinds of things. Fridays, I am not sure what to call this, but on Fridays, I would like to do on one day a behind closed doors video. I've said it a million times. I think it is so, so important to share what's going on in our lives. You know, it used to be, you know, you don't air your dirty laundry. Well, we all were ignorant, and we need to learn from each other. We need to know each other. And the only way to do that, you know, thankful for social media for this, is by sharing our truths and not trying to make our lives look all glamorous or different or whatever. This is my life. This is what it looks like. Like, you see me on here crying. You see me on here without makeup. You see me on here all sorts of ways, because that's who I am. And I have always been an open book, but sharing the way I am now, raw, and just exposing myself and my family, really, just to show you guys out there that you're not alone, and that everybody lives different, some the same, you know, and it's all good. It's all good. But I wanted to not only share all of my tragedy, which is what I used to do on here, which is what I needed to do at the time, but I want to do these things. I want to do these things that show that I have, you know, I asked everybody, do you want to go down this rabbit hole with me and see if I can make it? You know, and I feel like I'm coming out the other side. Like, we went through this journey, and it's been amazing. And my person, who I am, is so different than when I did my first TikTok. Like, I don't recognize that person. I've done so much healing because of you guys and because of sharing. That's another way for you to heal too, is to share your story. And I love it in the comments. Start sharing your story. I love to read things, and I love to learn. I love to learn. And so the reason I do these things, like 10 self-care tips from me, is because maybe it's something someone hasn't thought of, and it actually really will help them so very much. So why not say it out loud and give someone that opportunity? Give them another point of view. That's all I want, is different perspectives, different points of view. It's how we learn. It's how we change things. It's how we better not only ourselves, but history or the future, our children, what they're growing up into. It's on us right now, and a lot of other people. But in our own little worlds, it's on us. So that's why I do this. And if anybody else has any thoughts on content or has these great ideas, or if you want to do a podcast with me, let me know. Again, in about an hour, go over to YouTube. This will be downloaded, and you can there comment if you want to do a podcast with me, or if you have content idea or whatever. My life goal on here, what is always the same. I stay at home. I work from home. My daughter has OCD with intrusive thoughts. She's 7. And so I do my art and my writing from home. So I put goals on here because it helps support my family. It's my contribution is what I make on my platforms. So that's why I put goals and subscriptions and offers and things like that. I'm also going to be starting some art classes. Let me know if you want to be a part of that, and we can talk about it, and I'll give you all the info. Online art classes. But have a good day, and let me know if you tried any of these, and if it gave you even a moment of peace. Like I love feedback, and I don't get a lot. I have a really quiet group this time around. And I had to take a break when my daughter passed away. And that's why my old crowd isn't here. But it's okay. We're going to build an amazing new crowd of people. We're going to build this amazing, loving support group where we share everything that's behind closed doors. Honesty. Like, I'm going to be telling you guys about my domestic violence, what happened, what it looked like, all the things. Even more worse things, because that's my experience, and it might be someone else's, and it might help someone who has a friend who is a victim to see it from a different lens. There's just so many reasons to share. So I hope you got something out of my rambling today. I do. I hope so. And I'll be posting, like I said, this on Felonies and Poppy Seeds by Missy Lynn on YouTube. I will probably be posting it on Felonies and Poppy Seeds on Facebook. And have a wonderful fucking day. Please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to smile beautiful today. Thank you guys.